All right, this is Mr. Simons. I am going to do a couple examples here from this worksheet for those of you who are doing this asynchronously or maybe need a little extra help. So let's take a look at, let's do number 5. All right, so we've got 5/9 plus 1/2 equals, and we're going to figure that out. So what we need to do is we need what's the lowest common denominator, the least common denominator of 9 and 2. So if you look at 9 and 2, a couple different ways. You can do this like the way you learned how to do least common multiples, where you do prime factorization. But for those of you who really struggle with that and just finding the numbers, just kind of think in your head, okay, when you have 9 and 2, just think your multiples of 2 are, 2, 4, 6, 8, blah, 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 blah. And your multiples of 9 are 9, 18, 27, 36. Well, if you think about it, the first possible option might be 18 because 2 is even, 9 is odd. So that means that 2 can only be even, right? If the number's even, it can never be odd. If the number's odd and you double it, it becomes even, and then when you triple it, it becomes odd again, and it kind of does this like back and forth thing. So you notice that with 9, odd, even, and it would continue that way, right? So I know that 18 is even, which means it's divisible by 2. So let's go with 18. So we're going to say, all right, so we know we're going to have 18 on the bottom. And then what you need to do is you look at 5/9, figure out what you did to this 9 to make it turn into 18, right? And so you took 9. In order for 9 to be 18, you multiplied it by 2, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take the top number, 5, 2, and that's going to give us 10, all right? Then what we're going to do is we're going to clean some of this up here. We're going to look at 1/2, and with 1/2, you have to do to make the 2 18 is you have to multiply by 9. So that means I have to multiply by 9. So 1 times 9 is 9. And so that's going to go on top. All right, and we're going to add them. And the reason I know we're going to add them is because if you look at the problem, so we're going to go 10 plus 9 over 18. And then 18 stays on the bottom. 10 plus 9 is 19. And then when you simplify that, 19 over 18, the numerator is larger than the denominator. So let's make that into a mixed number. Into 19 one whole time. There's 1 left over, and that is 1 part out of 18. So it's 1 and 1/18. Let's take a look at a subtraction problem. All right, so let's go back to black here, and let's do this one right here. Let's do number 3. All right, so 6/7 minus 2/6. So again, you could do your multiples, right? But when you have something and they're larger numbers and you're really not quite sure about what the multiples are, like it's not like 12 and 4, which would be easy, or something like that. You have 7 and 6. Honestly, the easiest way to come up with a common denominator is multiply them together. So go 7 times 6, all right, is 42. And I know that I can rewrite each of these as fractions over 42. So let's take a look at the first one, right? So this first one, you got 6/7. In order to make that into 42, you had to multiply 7 by 6. So you're going to take the top and you're going to multiply it by 6, which is going to give you 36. Okay, then next, we are going to look at 2/6, all right? And in order to make 6 into a 42, you had to multiply it by 7. So that means we're going to go 2 times 7 on top, and that's going to give me 14. All right, and then we just solve this problem right here now that we have. We're going to solve this, and I know it's going to be over 42. And you have 36 minus 14. Well, 36 minus 14 gives you 22. All right? And then looking at this, I can go, all right, well, I know that 2 goes into both of these, right? So I'm going to divide both of these by 2 to simplify it a little. And you get 11 21sts. And at that point, I'm looking at that and I'm saying, well, 11 really only has 1 and 11 as a factor. And I know that 1, and I know that 11 does not go into 21. So it doesn't matter if 1 goes into it because that doesn't do anything. So this is your final answer. So I hope this kind of makes this a little less intimidating if you're not into these kinds of problems. And good luck to you.